We have with us now Professor Darren Rosenblum, who's at Pace University. Darren, let me start by asking, when did latcrit happen to you? When were you introduced to it?
Well, I met Frank in, I guess it was 97 or 96.
In what context?
At the Lesbian and Gay Lawyers Conference out in LA. And then we became friendly, and I was clerking in Puerto Rico at the time, so I came to latcrit 3, I guess, which was at the ENRA.
Right.
And so I was involved on and off for a few years, and then basically, I think from Cleveland on, I've come every year.
Was this...
Which was Cleveland?
03.
That was 8, right.
Was this introduction to latcrit and Frank influential in you getting into the academy then, rather than practicing, or was that something you were thinking of anyway?
Well, I think I was thinking of it anyway, so I had a proclivity toward...
Okay. So what then makes you keep coming back?
Well, latcrit's amazing, and it's certainly, even though I already was interested in being an academic, I think Frank and the others who were really involved in latcrit during those years really were a model for me to envision myself as a person who envisioned being an academic in a way that was not
Let's
stuffy.
Spill it out.
You know,
model of
uptight.
What makes that a model? What goes into that?
Well, I think, the open-mindedness, the lack of judgment about different kinds of identity, certainly not just the inclusion of queer identity, but just sort of, it's really a space where there's a complete and total respect for any kind of difference. So it's way beyond tolerance. It's just, it's a really open, truly open place, and really unique in that respect.
Any particular directions or projects that you would like latcrit to move towards?
Well, I think the projects that latcrit's taking on are really wonderful, and I think just deepening those projects is in itself a really ambitious goal. Certainly, the years that I've been coming, I've tried to bring new people into the latcrit community by organizing panels with people who aren't traditionally latcritters, and I think that's a big part of it. The North-South Exchange is amazing. There's so many projects.
You keep bringing up the word community. Typically in academic settings, when they talk about associations or conferences or workshops, why community? How is latcrit a community?
Well, it's a community in every sense of the word. I've always felt, and I still feel like I can call on people who are in latcrit for support and ideas and just commiseration about challenges of being an academic, and about dealing with sort of political subordination in an explicit way in my work. And I don't know, it's a community. It's very different from a traditional academic community. It reminds me a lot of my earlier experiences as a sort of gay youth activist and in the AIDS movement with ACT UP. Everybody in latcrit kisses each other hello. There's a real intimacy among us that I think is really unique and special and worth preserving.
Wonderful. Well, let's go continue building that community.
Absolutely.